recognize Congresswoman Kelly. You are now recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I've been on this committee for over 7 years, 5 years in the minority. The hypocrisy around how witnesses are treated and around the post office is astounding. Thank you for being here, Mr. DeJoy. Small businesses are a vital part of the United States economy. They represent nearly 75% of all employers and account for 44% of all economic activity. Small businesses, many without significant savings or access to credit, have relied on the Postal Service to stay afloat during this pandemic. The Postal Service plays an important role, as you know, in enabling their growth and commercial success. Last Friday, you testified before the Senate committee, and I quote, "You feel bad about the dip in our service." Well, there are a few businesses that feel pretty bad, too. Cassidy Lavender, a Louisiana business owner, was forced to abandon the Postal Service after losing nearly $10,000 due to his shipping delays. Beth Nolan, a Michigan business owner, had to fire an employee to recoup the costs spent making up for her delivery delays. A 2013 OIG report found that small businesses are a key customer segment for the Postal Service, generating more than $9 billion in annual revenue. Before implementing the numerous operational changes discussed here today, were there any analysis performed on the impact such changes would have on these key customer segment?
There was not numerous operational changes. There was one request that we adhere to our transportation schedule, and I did not perform any operational analysis myself, but we had a team looking at how we would plan to roll out the change. And that team was across the whole country, an existing team, not a new team. I don't know how much analysis we would need to do to comply with our schedules that were already established.
Thank you. It seems decisions were made without taking into account the real-world impacts. A beauty salon in my district has not received mail for a week to 10 days. The owner is concerned about bills that might be delivered late, which can have a terrible impact on their business. Another person I spoke to said she receives her mail now every other day and still hasn't received a check she's relying on. When I went to the post office myself to mail a package, the postal workers there said, "We know who you are and we just want to apologize, but we're just doing what we're told." I didn't get those phone calls when President Obama was the president. Will you commit here today to reversing any policy or practice that has the effect of slowing down mail and package delivery? I represent the Chicagoland area, and I'm hearing from postal people themselves, and they want you to address the lack of staffing and the late start times, which they feel has greatly impacted the delivery of the mail.
Ma'am, we're very, very concerned about every delayed package or piece of mail, and we are also very interested in fostering the support of small business. What I can tell you is we're working very hard to get these standards back to where they were before. There are a variety of issues that are contributing to this, not just the requiring the trucks to leave on time, but we are working across the country to improve service.
My district is urban, suburban, and rural. My colleagues have asked for something in writing, and I would support that we need to see something in writing, not just promises. An estimated 14.5 million rural Americans who lack access to reliable internet rely on the Postal Service to meet their basic needs, including receiving life-saving medications, collecting paychecks, and paying their bills. It is important that rural Americans have access to reliable and affordable delivery services, or are they too inefficient to service? Since we talk about we're trying to be efficient, are they just forgotten about?
No, ma'am, they're not forgotten about. We are working to deliver to every American on a timely basis.
Well, your chase for operational efficiency has been at the expense of hardworking Americans, and I hope you will take these concerns into account as you assess some of your decisions from the past 78 days and beyond.
I very much do, ma'am, and the changes I am making are for the betterment of the Postal Service and the American people long-term. We lose $10 billion a year, and there's no end in sight. We have $145 billion in liabilities and $14 billion in cash. So we can blame me for this, but these conditions have been around long before my time, and they need to be addressed.